So let this be a quick update here on price action of Bitcoin, because the price of Bitcoin, just like how we anticipated, looks like getting attracted to some key trend line to the downside before continuing with this uptrend. Because on my previous video, I showed you with so many different examples, so many scenarios, that in the bigger picture, Bitcoin looks extremely bullish. I mean, I showed you with this halving, pre-halving, post-halving, and each and every time, whenever the price of Bitcoin during and after the halving was following this expansion trend line, you can see it resulted in a very bullish move. I mean, pre-halving, Bitcoin was following this rising trend line, but post-halving, what happened when we started heading upside, started breaking out? It was the beginning of a new market phase. Same thing happened in 2016 as well. We were following this expansion trend line, and when the price of Bitcoin went to the second halving, we had a new market phase. Same scenario has repeated again and again. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that since the price of Bitcoin has already ended the fourth halving, and now after the halving, we know how bullish the price of Bitcoin has been in the past price action. So since we are also following this expansion trend line, $150,000 around that price range is where we are expecting this uptrend to continue in a bigger picture, because we know beside this pre-halving, post-halving shakeout, I even showed you with this Wyckoff's price cycle. Each and every time, whenever the price of Bitcoin started with a bearish move, a markdown phase, mark the top, what happened before starting with the markdown phase, right? Or before we had an actual corrective move, bear market rally, what happened here? Bitcoin first formed an overbought or a distribution area before starting with the corrective move. So this here was our overbought or an distribution area. This was our overbought distribution area. So we are expecting price of Bitcoin to be around 150 or slightly above that range. Yes, guys, I'm actually expecting this market phase to continue and price of Bitcoin to head towards to form an overbought or distribution area. And for that to play out, this uptrend must continue. And not just only this, even with the help of our indicator, ATR normalized Williams percentage error indicator, I showed you whenever we have seen this ATR normalized, at plus 95 and Williams percentage error at negative 95, that is when we get this vertical confirmation, this green line confirmation that market around that area might have bottom. And if we look at this from 2017, when we had this green vertical line appearing in our indicator, it marked the bottom, and price of Bitcoin after that had a move of around 2,065%. Here in 2018, 323%. In 2020, 1,480%. In 2021, 137%. And in 2023, around 599 or 600%. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that since this here also marked the bottom for Bitcoin, this indicator marked the bottom for Bitcoin when we drop around 75,000. Now, if this continuation continues, and if you measure the average gain after this indicator signal's bottom, Bitcoin has seen a very parabolic move. So that's why we said if the price could simply show a continuation of around 100%, it is going to bring us above $150,000. So that's why I think $150,000 will be our bull market attraction or price objective. But if we simply zoom out, if you look at this in a weekly time frame, yes, we were aware Bitcoin was testing some of the key trend line. I even showed you this on my previous videos, right? This horizontal trend line will be looked as resistance, because that's the area where we previously found resistance. So that's why a pullback after testing such trend line is very normal. I mean, even if we see a bigger pullback of around 10%, 12%, please do not worry. I showed you that we have extremely important support line for Bitcoin above 90,000. So any sort of a pullback in a bigger picture could be giving us a great buying opportunity. And just like what happened here, even if the price starts showing weakness, I personally think remaining above 90,000 will be just a temporary pullback, and price of Bitcoin after that could be showing a move in this manner, because parallelly, even this daily broadening wedge formation pointed us that Bitcoin was facing resistance around the upper trend line. So a pullback means a temporary pullback, a great buying opportunity, and price of Bitcoin after that could be starting with another bullish continuation, because according to this bullish continuation pattern, right angle broadening wedge, our price is expected to show a move around 135,000. But in a bigger picture, we can see we are expecting this trend to go even higher. And any sort of a pullback, we know we have extremely important support lying for Bitcoin, because this is a bullish cross in our Williams alligator indicator. I showed you with so many different scenarios. Each and every time, whenever we have seen this green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, pullback during that time was just a temporary pullback, and Bitcoin after that continued with an actual bullish move. So in our case, even if the price shows another continuation but Bitcoin remains above 90,000, that could be a great buying opportunity in my opinion, because beside the support from this Williams alligator indicator, we also have support from this Bollinger Band. Yes guys, a Bollinger Band upper trend line got broken, which happens during uptrend. Now any sort of a pullback, even the central line and even the worst case, the lower trend line could be retested, but it is going to be above 90,000, which again will be just a temporary pullback in my opinion, because I am expecting Bitcoin after testing this key trend line to bounce back stronger because price parallelly is also going to test the support from this ascending channel. Yes, I am aware ascending channel or rising channel is a bearish continuation pattern, but I expect before this bearish continuation to play out, first we are going to see a move in this manner, Bitcoin making a new all-time high, and only after that an actual bearish continuation. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that Bitcoin in the medium short term could show weakness because it is testing some key trend line, but please do not worry. As long as we remain above 90,000, a pullback like this could be just a temporary pullback. Bitcoin coming for a retest around certain trend line, right? This trend line, which is going to be around 90 to 95,000, and right after that a continuation in this manner. So please guys, do not get confused. Bitcoin in the medium short term might show weakness, might get attracted even in the worst case around 92,000, but that does not change the overall picture, because in a bigger time frame Bitcoin looks extremely bullish. So any sort of a pullback will be just a temporary pullback. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.